It's balloon. What could be more innocent than a balloon, Izzy?
Well, I meant on the roll 20.
Oh,
I see the
that's
word
innocent
carnage.
too.
The balloon does not bother us. It's what's attached to the balloon that we cannot see that bothers us.
Balloon animals are more exciting than a regular balloon,
I like balloon animals.
especially weird ones without limbs.
I'll take any balloon animal. There's a story behind that I will tell you later.
So, welcome to those who are watching us and also those who are joining us on the unlisted link. And today we are going on an exciting adventure to a perfectly innocent carnival. They seem to disagree with me a little bit, though, that carnivals can be perfectly innocent. It's fun, laughter, cotton candy, clowns, balloons. So today I have some wonderful people joining me, and I'm going to give them a little chance to introduce themselves. Sasori, would you like to start?
Certainly. Hello, I'm Sorcery. I am the Dragonor House ghost. I've been around for quite some time. So every once in a while, I may actually forget things because, things come and go.
Okay, thank you, Sasori. Izzy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm Phoenix tier staff, Trefoil alum, human person, and I was recently devoured by rats.
And you came back.
And I'm fine. And I don't have any
okay.
lasting emotional damage.
Oh. Thank you, Izzy. Cinnamon, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Cinnamon. I'm the assistant head of Phoenix Tier House, and I currently work for my bloodline, the Sloan Bloodline, Tier 2, Rank 8 of the NGOT board. I'm trained as an Auror, though I'm not currently working as an Auror, and I'm only a little bit scared of carnivals.
Well, we'll have to see what we can do to increase that fear. And last but certainly not least on my kill list, East.
Hello, I'm East. I am the head healer for Trefoil Academy. I am in Wolfen House, and I also actually dual trained healer and Auror, and do actively work with the Aurors as the healer on what they call strike squads.
Okay. And my name is Ash, and I am today's perfectly innocent GM.
East would like to add that she frequently works with another are also named Ash. I'm sure there's no relation, but that Ash is kind of a pain, so I'm sure there's no relation whatsoever.
Oh, don't make me start this off with a sanity check on you. Those are some fighting words, my friend. Okay. So we're going to start this off in this adventure. And before we fully dive in, this, for anyone who's watching, is canon to our universe, however, not continuous to our universe. So if you go ahead to try to interrogate anyone about this scene, they may or may not recall it. It is up to the player's choice. Okay. It's basically a fan fiction in our universe. Let's play. Game on. The summer is winding down, and as it is winding down and you're turning your eyes back to your regular occupations, the last thing you remember is that you had gotten together with some of the other staff, and you don't actually remember ever arriving. The world goes black, though. And then the next thing that you know, you have woken up in a carnival. And let me switch the screen and share the screen. Let's go ahead. There we go. Let me put you by the entrance. And share screen. So last thing you know is that you have woken and you are actually sway slightly back and forth. You go ahead and you can smell stale popcorn on the air, the sickly sweet odor of cotton candy that has been left too long on the machine. Even though you don't see anyone nearby, you can kind of catch the faint hints of laughter on the breeze. And when you all are waking up, you're all sitting on the ground and you see each other within about 5 feet from where you're currently sitting.
So guys, who had a portal to a absolutely perfectly innocent carnival in their pocket?
Not that I
don't
left.
think this was the intended meeting place.
A little
I-
rusty, but
I did
no,
not
no.
intend to meet at a carnival. So, looking around, what do we see?
Roll for alertness, please.
All right.
So roll a 1d20 and add your alertness score to it.
13.
So 13, 24, 20,
19.
19. Okay. Izzy, for some reason, you're still kind of disturbed from something that you don't exactly recall what. It's just kind of making it hard to really absorb with what's going on. The rest of you, you notice that the nearby canopies are they're very dirty and tattered. Normally just be set up and then taken down a week later. This definitely has the signs of a more permanent structure. Like it has been here for decades, at least, potentially even longer. When you look down towards your southeast, you notice that there seems to be some kind of bridge that led to a way that goes into the wood, can't happen on balloons that rises up, and it's all different kinds of balloons. So you have gold, you have purple, you have orange, you have pink, and they've been rigged with essentially like Christmas lights. You don't see the battery source, but they're flickering as if there's a broken bulb somewhere. Further up down the pathway, you go ahead and you see that there is a ticket booth where someone would go ahead and turn in tickets or purchase tickets.
So I vote the balloons can stay there.
Aw.
No, I agree.
Do you want to go check out the balloons?
I mean, I can step a little closer and see if they're not rigged with anything other than the Christmas looking lights.
Awesome. We got your back.
I would like to leave.
Okay, Izzy, how do you propose leaving?
So is what's on the map what we see?
What's on the map is what you see.
Okay, so I mean, there's this bridge that leads away from the ominous carnival. Why don't we just walk away from the ominous carnival?
You're welcome to try.
No, I don't like that. How does everyone feel?
If you would like to walk towards the bridge away from the ominous carnival, I will be right behind you, and I will be casting mass shield around you and us, if I can.
Okay, I mean, if Sorcery wants to investigate balloons, she can do that first, and then we can leave.
Fair. So to, I would like to cast Clear Sight just in case before going towards the balloons.
Okay. Go ahead.
So that is Aspecto. And I got a 14, so that beats my armor class. Or sorry, defense score.
So you successfully cast the spell. And when you go ahead and you cast it, you notice that there seems to be something in the balloons. The balloons are magical indeed, but there appears to be a pair of children's shoes. One pair of shoes in each balloon. Some of the shoes, from what you can tell, are little pink sneakers. Other ones, there are little black ones with Hello Kitty images put on them, so they look like they belong to a 4-year-old. And then you have others that have Power Rangers. And then you have ones that have the really old version of Mickey Mouse. And then you even see some that appear to be sandals that were handmade.
So guys, my main mages, there are shoes in those balloons.
What kind of shoes?
Little children's shoes, ranging from decades past to fairly recent.
Bad.
Perfect. Just what I was hoping for. But you said children, right? There's no adult shoes in there?
No, nothing. I take it nothing bigger than my hand or so.
Nothing in these balloons that you see.
Okay. Yes, no.
But we're safe. We're ratio.
My shoes are safe.
For now.
Not the rest of me, though.
Famous last words.
East, please roll for alertness.
22.
Okay. You hear the sounds of giggling nearby. You don't see anything. And it just sounds like it's coming over your shoulders, and it's
So that's not good.
I've
So-
changed my mind. I would like to attempt to talk to plants.
okay. You're gonna
I
want to
searched the
talk-
area for common yarrow.
You do find a common yarrow tree, but you're going to have to go venture further into the carnival to actually get close enough to talk to it. It's right up here where I am painting, so it's probably about 100 yards away from where you currently are standing.
So I could go talk to that tree and ask it what it's seen, but that would require going further into the carnival.
Mhm.
How do we feel?
I feel great.
Well, not you.
Sounds like a plan. I'll be your buddy.
Mary said, we've been brought here for a reason, so we may as well at least try to find out what's going on from a neutral party.
Agreed.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
it's something that has the power to bring us to this carnival. It obviously wants something. Okay, I
agree.
would like to go forth and talk to the plant.
If it's okay, guys, why don't we kind of stay together, and if you'll kind of stay within 5 feet, 10 feet of me, I'll cast mass shield for the four of us.
I'm down. I'll stick by.
Okay. So that was a dry roll of 19 with game off. What do I add to that?
It's successful. If you're successful or not, it's just a flat d20.
Okay,
But yep, you are successful.
19.
So,
All right.
okay, go ahead and everyone move your tokens.
Shuffle forth.
And if you have troubles moving it, just let me know.
We're looking around as we walk, obviously.
Wagons, you see a pair of shoes, and they are of leather boots. They appear to be adult size.
Okay.
We're still,
And
we're still heading for the arrow, right?
Wait, let's hold up. Do you guys see that? Look at that cart. There's some shoes over there.
Dang it, adult shoes.
I'm sensing a theme.
There's a lot of shoes here. Maybe it's a shoe carnival, but I highly doubt it. I don't like the look of it.
I've heard the
Wow.
discounts are not worth it.
Are they fairly new? They look leather.
I can't tell. I would like to try and cast tracking vision.
oh,
17.
okay, you go ahead. You believe you've cast the spell successfully, and you proceed to look around the surrounding areas. No one, nothing is lighting up except your companions, including Sorcery.
Okay.
Roll for insight.
Thank you. I rolled a natural
Okay.
1 with a 9.
Okay. Since we have a nat 1, we're going to now turn to those who are watching and ask for anything that they would like to add. And while we're waiting for feedback, I'm going to describe what you do notice. While they're rejoicing at your 1, by the way.
Yes, I'm sure.
So what you do know about this particular spell is that it only works on the living. Sorcery's not living. She's a ghost. So it's kind of odd that she's showing up on your spell because she shouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
So sorry, is or is not showing up for Cinnamon.
Is showing up on the spell.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
good, but I'm not that good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like Sorcery wouldn't have shown up if my spell had worked, but I definitely am noticing Sorcery. She looks the same as you and Izzy East.
It's been a while since I've been fleshy.
Yeah. I don't really trust this.
So
Is Sasori currently fleshy?
Poke Sasori.
I mean, I can be corporeal.
I would like to cast a detect magic on Sasori.
Okay, you go ahead, and before you cast Detect Magic, we do have a suggestion from the gallery regarding Cinnamon's one. And Cinnamon, they're requesting that you take the stance that this is a great thing.
Oh yeah, that Sasori is showing up.
Mhm.
Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe it's good that Sasori is showing up because I'll be able to see Sasori since my spell is working.
Yeah, I'm so glad you noticed me. It is
Yeah.
very near and dear to my non-existent heart.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's assuming that what you're seeing is Sasori.
that's true, but Sasori feels really real to me. Sasori in my heart is made of flesh still. So maybe that's what's happening.
I think I'm beginning to get another existential crisis here. I thought I was over that centuries ago.
Yeah, well, either way, I don't see anyone besides us.
Fun stuff. Could you ping where the tree is again, please?
Absolutely. East, were you still wanting to cast a spell?
Yes, please.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Alrighty. And 19.
19. Whatever is impacting Sasori is not magical.
Okay.
Sasori is reading as a living entity.
Sasori, we talked about eating souls.
But they're so delicious.
Did you eat a soul?
Not recently, but you know, you try one every once in a while after some time. They're kind of like escargot.
Crunchy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Izzy, you want to go talk to your plant?
Yeah, I'm going to choose not to unpack that right now.
Okay.
Do. All right, I lay down on the ground and I press my ear to the common yarrow and I cast Talk to Plant and I say, what have you seen? Have you been brushed? Have there been any abrupt changes in temperature?
Go ahead and roll me a d20 to see if you cast it successfully.
Oh yeah. I am lying on the ground whether or not I am successful. I want that to be on the record. 10.
Roger. So you go ahead, you press your ear to the tree, and you feel the tree go, blood. I like
Oh.
blood. I'm hungry. Are you going to feed me? Are they going to feed me?
Okay, everybody back away from the tree, slowly, gently, carefully.
Got it.
And as you back away, Izzy, the branches try to reach for you lovingly. They're little, the twigs attached to the larger branches spread out. The leaves ruffle a little bit as they reach for you.
Can I?
And you can hear the voice still. Oh, we just want to be friends.
I assume my shield is still around us right now.
Mm-hmm. Your shield is still around.
Back away slowly, boys. Back away slowly.
So many friends. And speaking of friends, everyone, let's roll a sanity check.
All right.
Oh boy.
Please roll a 1d100. And sorry, I'm going to roll for you.
Thank you.
So
Say,
sorry, you got a 34. If you have failed your sanity score, please let me know.
I failed.
Cinnamon.
What can I
Okay,
say? I play to please.
I know, and I do appreciate it. So we're going to start this off with just a reminder, when you fail your sanity score, deduct 5 from your current score. Your sanity drops down as the game goes on, and if you get below 5 total by the end, well, your character is killed and you join me on the villain side. It's a win-win. So, Sediment, what you go ahead and notice is that the world seems to fade around you. Suddenly, you can't really hear East and Izzy and Sorcery that well. And instead, where you are, you're with Froggy and Peregrine. And it seems so realistic. And it doesn't even appear like you're on Gaia anymore, but rather it's very dark. And you hear the sounds of sadistic laughter as your brother screams in pain. Or sorry, your sister screams in pain. And you're running down the hallway with both Froggy and Peregrine. But the hallway just seems to stretch on and on and on. And you can feel your heart racing as your sister begs and begs for you to rescue her. And as it begins to fade, your heart is still racing. Now, the rest of you, what you notice is that Cinnamon has bleached of all color and is shaking in place and is hyperventilating. But you don't see the cause.
Cinnamon? Cinnamon, are you okay?
Can I cast Dream Ward on Cinnamon to attempt to grant her extra defense against mental attacks?
You're welcome to try.
Okay, I would like to attempt that. That's a 4.
You think you cast the spell successfully, but you're not sure.
Cinnamon, are you okay?
We have to get out of here.
So I'm going to try and cast, sorry, what, that was all that happened with Izzy's spell?
Izzy tried to cast a Dream Ward.
Mm-hmm. And did we see any effect?
No change.
Okay. So I'm tapping on Cinnamon's shoulder, trying to get her to wake up. Do I see anything?
Cinnamon's eyes are pretty wide. You kind of, the eyeball does move. So you are being seen. However, it looks like Cinnamon might be a little bit disturbed by what was described.
Is she responding to me?
Cinnamon, are you responding?
Cinnamon, are you okay?
Oh, no.
What's
No.
wrong?
I don't know where we are, but this is not normal. This is not just a carnival.
What happened?
I just went somewhere awful. I don't know. It was like I wasn't here anymore and I was just seeing like a nightmare.
So I look around to see if I can tell if did she step on something? Did she walk through anything? Do I see anything that may have triggered what happened to Cinnamon?
You don't see anything that might have triggered or happened to Cinnamon. In fact, when you look around, it looks like it's a perfectly innocent carnival. There are
Perfectly
plenty
innocent,
of youths.
ancient, dirty carnival with shoes.
Innocent. That's the catchy phrase. And when you go ahead and you look around, you notice that there's booths with different games. There's even a fortune teller booth. There are rides. There are the games that you can play to get prizes. Just no people.
Can I roll for insight for our immediate area?
Sure.
So natural 14 and 19.
Okay. So when you go ahead and you look around the immediate area, you can tell that this was designed to kind of be an area that you would funnel people into. From working with logistics for as much as you have with the academy over the centuries, you notice that it seems to be where people would be able to come in and then split off. So kind of your landing zone, so to speak. There are multiple pathways that go off, and it seems to be go off by different types of different interests. So those who might be looking for entertainment might head completely northwest, while others could go eastward to go towards some rides. And then if those who wanted games could go west. And those who would want to exit could then go southish.
I think we should leave this area, no matter what.
So
I
it
want
looks- Sorry.
It's okay.
I was going to say, so it looks like there's another exit other than the way we came in. Or is that the exit?
That would be the exit that you were initially eyeing.
Okay.
Well, we can't go out that way, so I say we go forward and see if we can find another way out. Everybody agree?
So like away from the arrow.
Away
Yeah,
from
away
the
from the
arrow.
arrow sounds good. Maybe between the cart and that perfectly innocent tent.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and move your tokens where you would like to go.
Do, 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 do.
Is my shield still in place?
No, because you've casted other spells since then.
Thank you.
Okay. So as you go ahead and you're approaching the bridge, you hear sounds of a blood-curdling scream coming from underneath the bridge.
Okay. So what's to the left?
There could be someone trapped under there.
Help me! Help me!
Yeah, no,
lured
they're on
us
their
in.
own.
Please! Help!
I think it's time for an alertness roll.
I like it.
Help me! Help me! Okay, go ahead, roll for alertness. 1d20 plus your alertness stat.
Uh-oh.
Izzy rolled a 1. So while we go ahead and allow them to come up with suggestions for that, let's go ahead and take a look at what everyone else notices.
So I messed up my math. I'm sorry. It should be like 26.
Okay,
I got a
that's
natural
fine.
19. Yeah.
Thank you for being honest and letting me know. Okay, so for the rest of you, with the exception of Izzy, you have noticed that there appears to be a young boy, and he is hanging off the edge of the bridge, and he's trying to hold on, but there's some kind of like balloon strings almost attached to his ankles and is trying to pull him into the water. And he is screaming for help. Izzy,
Okay.
what you hear is your own screams.
Ah,
Okay.
Uh,
I'm going to get close enough to cast a Dispel Magic at the balloon strings to try and keep it from pulling on him. And I got a 3.
When you try to cast Dispel Magic, the spell doesn't seem to take hold. So either it's very powerful or it's not magic.
I think we should go help him.
Me. Please, please. Oh, please. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Don't make me go.
I have throwing weapons, so I can try and sever said strings.
Okay.
That's fine. That doesn't work. I've got a short sword. I left my long sword at the laundry.
So would that be reflex?
So we'll say that is going to be a strength roll. So 1d20 plus your strength modifier.
Okay, 13 plus strength is 4, so 17.
Okay. Since there are 2 strings, are you going to be trying to throw 2 knives?
Yes. So
Okay.
roll for the other one.
Roll for the other one and make sure you deduct both, regardless if they hit or not, from your total amount, because you have a limited number of throwing ones unless you try to recover them.
Okay, yes. Nat 20 on the second.
Okay, so the first one, you go ahead, you tilt back and you throw, and it severs the balloon string. And then you go ahead and you take out your second one in rapid succession with instincts trained through the centuries on how to do this. You release the second knife and it snaps the other string. The boy is a little bit alarmed that suddenly out of nowhere, these knives just came flying at him. So he screams. He screams. However, he's still dangling. He's trying to pull himself up on top of the bridge, but he doesn't have the power. He's still screaming for help. It's like, anyone there? Please, is anyone else there? Help.
So
What?
I have so his fingers are on the edge of the bridge.
Yep, on the
Okay.
edge of the bridge. He's
does
dangling
this-
over the water.
What does this kid look like?
He looks like he is wearing a Transformers t-shirt that is
We're helping him.
with orange and yellow. And he also has little Reebok sneakers. And he looks like he's been outside playing for too long because there's dirt all over his face.
Like
His
hundreds
hair
of years too long, or just today?
looks like a normal kid you would see outside playing in the woods. So there's a few dirt streaks and such. His hair is brown and kind of messy, and
Alright.
it's relatively short.
I've got a rope in my pack. I'm gonna
Okay.
offer him the rope.
Okay. He sees the rope. He hesitates on taking the rope, and he asks, "Are you going to turn me in? Do you work for him,
Who's him?
the clown?"
I do not work for the
Do you-
clown. Well, occasionally I work for a clown, but not your clown.
A sanity check for that one. Go ahead, take a sanity check.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
as he turns around and gives you a quizzical, has a kind of a quizzical look, he seems to be weighing whether or not he trusts you. And finally, he reaches the decision to grab the rope and pull himself up. Love you too, sis. And so he goes ahead and the rope and he pulls himself out into the bridge itself. And he's a little bit shaken from his ordeal as he's glancing around nervously. Who are you all?
Izzy is horrified that they have pulled a thing out of the river that is screaming in her voice and starts going in the opposite direction.
Okay.
Somebody want to go grab Izzy?
Izzy, come back. Hey.
Nope.
Okay. So let's see. Izzy, you're going to go ahead and roll a reflex 1d20 plus reflex score. And whoever is chasing, let's do a reflex match. So roll a 1d20 plus reflex. Let's see if Izzy outpaces you.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Apparently are by Cinnamon tries to catch up to you, but does not initially succeed.
Okay.
And
Can
is holding.
I try and cast Vine Prison on Izzy?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll. And this is going to probably be resisted by Izzy. So Izzy, you're going to get to roll another reflex.
Nope.
Okay. Cinnamon, you're just like, no. I am so tired of house staff trying to bolt on me when I need them to be there somewhere. And so you go ahead and you grab your magical focus and you channel your energy, and all your frustration just comes to bear fruit. Vines shoot up from the ground and weave themselves into a complex cage. Izzy, you have now found yourself trapped. Out of nowhere, these vines have just surrounded you, and it feels like the walls are just closing in.
Why would you let it out? It is screaming in my voice.
Izzy, I promise it's not screaming in your voice. It's probably something like happened. You know how I heard my sister, and that's not possible. So I'm sure it's just something that you're hearing. But we're not hearing your voice.
You sure? None of you are?
I promise.
Only when you speak, but yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Can I get out of plant jail?
Can I release the spell, or does Izzy have to break free?
No, you can release a spell at any time.
Okay. I'll let go of the spell.
Okay.
walk back.
You find yourself free. Meanwhile, the little boy who's been watching all of this, his eyes are as big as saucers.
Hey,
He's just staring at all of you. And he just then turns around and says, "Can you transform into robots too?"
No, none of us can transform into robots.
Sorry.
I can try, but at a later time.
He looks surprisingly disappointed about that news.
Yeah, I know. I was pretty disappointed to find out I couldn't transform into a robot too.
I can talk to plants.
His eyes get big. Did you tell those ones to attack you?
Well, no, not those plants.
Hmm.
So I crouch
So-
down and get down on his level. So can you tell me, how did you end up here?
I woke up.
You woke up here?
I went to sleep in my bed, and then I woke up here the next thing I knew, and there's been other people, but there was a group of us, and the group is just getting smaller and smaller every day.
Was your
There was a whole bunch of us, all us kids.
I looked to see if he still got his shoes.
He is still wearing his shoes.
So
And
do you know where everybody else is right now?
no, the clown comes and takes them. He calls himself Bubbles, but he grabs you with a rope and he drags you off, and then we never see you again. And he seems to be scared of shoes. So I've been trying to pop all the balloons to free the shoes.
So he's scared of shoes?
Mhm.
What happens when he sees shoes?
He goes away,
He goes away.
but I don't know why it doesn't work when someone is wearing shoes.
That's a very
Sandra tried to show her foot, and the rope went around her foot, and then she just was screaming as she dug her hands into the ground, and it just was screaming and more screaming. And he always comes out where you least suspect it, and it's just all the screams, and he just started shaking his head and swaying side to side.
Does he always come from the same direction?
No, he comes from all over the place. I'm honestly surprised you've made it this far. How long have you been here? How do you not know about Bubbles?
We haven't been here very long at all.
Yeah, we just got here today. Or what seems like today.
Well, you got to be very, very careful, Bubbles. If he gets you, he'll never come back.
So once they're drug away, you never see them again.
No, and I mean, I went looking for Sandra and Tim and Samantha and Michelle and James and Karen and Terry and Mickle and Lacey, and then there were so many others.
How long have you been here?
I don't know.
Are you hungry?
He nods his head.
Okay. So I give him a couple of things. I give him something out of my mess kit and offer him some water.
Okay. He happily accepts and eats it and consumes it.
It's important to stay hydrated.
So this thing doesn't like shoes, right?
That's what he says.
We can help you pop those balloons and get the shoes out.
I
You
can
know
make stilettos.
I was thinking I wish a certain someone were here with her heels,
what?
but
Would you help me pop them? Because every time I pop them, he gets really mad and he comes out though. So I try to pop them, but there's so many balloons and they keep popping up, and I keep trying to pop them, and there's only so many times I dare
hey,
try.
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
that shoe back there, it wasn't in a balloon, it was just under the cart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the boots.
Well, we have a lot of knives between us, so I feel like we could get a considerable number of shoes before he shows up.
Before we continue, can I roll insight to figure out where my knives landed?
Yeah, sure. And you're gonna want to actually be rolling for alertness.
Alertness. Okay. So 9 plus 7 is 16.
They landed in the water, but they're heavy enough that they would have sunk underneath the water if you're willing to go in.
Oh. Cinnamon.
Yeah.
So your plant tendrils, are they prehensile? Like, how's your control on them?
I'm just pretty good at locking them or locking things into cages.
But then can you like move the cage towards you?
I've never tried.
So if I try and give you, say, like clear sight to see my knives in the water, do you think you can get my knives?
Well, I'm able to cast breath bubble on myself, so I can swim underwater while still breathing.
But then the possibility of underwater combat.
Yeah, I'm not too fond about that idea, but I guess I could try and also, attempt tracking vision again.
This seems risky. So sorry, you can have one of my knives if you want.
I can also conjure you some knives if you would like.
Oh yeah, I also have a create item. It's just
Recoup knives.
Send me under the water.
We appreciate
It's the
you not wanting to be a
dungeon
litter
Roomba.
bug.
yeah.
It's the dungeon Roomba instinct coming to play.
Yeah,
Leave
pick
the
up
best
after yourself.
unintended. Exactly. Isn't that right, Wave Rider?
So y'all want to go pick up that pair of boots?
Yeah, I think we
I
should.
think we were gonna pop the balloons.
Well, he said every time he pops the balloons, the clown shows up. Those boots are not in a balloon.
Maybe we should at least go look at them before we
Yep.
pop the balloons.
Yeah, that, and if we gather all the balloons in one place, we can pop them all in one go.
Yeah, we
Yeah, so either one bubbles will show up or one bubble per balloon will show up. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I guess we might.
All right. So, kid, you want to stick with us?
He nods his head.
Okay.
My name is Larry. What's yours?
I'm East.
So sorry.
I'm Cinnamon.
I'm Izzy.
Why are your names all weird?
Hey, we can both go through the green glass door, okay, Larry? Don't hate on me for that.
Wasn't hating, just observing. Your names are weird.
I'm
Where's
normal.
the east? Where's the south? Or north?
What?
If there's an east, where's the south? Where's the north? Is there a northeast?
There's not a
we
northeast.
split
There's a
in
north,
half?
there's a south, there's a west. West is probably
So-
on a train or in a desert somewhere. North and south, probably is south and north.
How is west on a train?
He likes trains.
What is a northeast? Do you like take a north and like take an east and just like merge them together? Is northeast your conjoined twin?
Have some more food.
Too many
Okay.
questions.
As we walk over to find out about these boots.
Oh,
Hey, East,
Yes,
my tummy hurts.
drink some water.
I don't have any.
Here's water. I give him some of my water again.
Oh, and I have a bug bite. Do you want to see it?
hey kid, do you need me to transfigure you a toy?
Ooh, can you make me a bumblebee?
A bumblebee? As in like the insect or the robot?
Robot.
Robot. All right. Do you want G1 Prime animated?
His face just turns into an expression of glee.
Which bumblebee are we talking about, kid?
All of that.
How about 2?
Okay.
So I'm partial to animated. Do you like animated? Okay.
The toys are not going to take my blood, right?
No.
Okay.
Any
Then
toys
yes.
from me will not take your blood.
Or anything else, right?
No, they just need your enjoyment and your attention.
They
Okay.
have other things here taking your blood.
Some of the games if you lose, but if you win, you get food.
Hmm.
Have you won any of the games?
I like the cotton candy the best. Though the fortune teller is really, really disturbing. Everything she says comes true.
That's unfortunate.
Where's the fortune teller at?
He goes ahead and he points down in this direction. So he points down towards the southwest.
Okay.
So right where this orange pavilion is.
So I guess since we're near the boots, alertness to check or to check underneath the cart. Okay. Yes, insight is wisdom type stuff.
So you look underneath the cart, roll for alertness.
Oh no. Oh no.
You got a 1.
I got a 1.
Okay.
A 1 plus 7, so 8, but a nat 1.
Okay. So you go ahead and notice that the cart looks perfectly normal. Everything looks fine on it. You don't notice that one of the bundles moves slightly. Because you're just so focused on the boots themselves. You do notice by the boots there's these little scattered remains of a red balloon. It's like the tattered remains.
What a sturdy cart. Oh hey.
It's a perfectly innocent cart and a perfectly innocent carnival.
At one age, way back, it perfectly usable. Family would have survived with it. Huh? So
one other thing, sorry. As you're also staring down, as your eyes start to drift away from the cart, the world around you starts to fade out. You no longer see the boots. You no longer see the balloon. Instead, what you feel around your wrist are ropes biting into your wrists as well as into your ankles. And you feel your limbs being stretched out as you're being forced to lay down against some kind of cold, very, very icy cold stone. And you're feeling the sounds, or you're hearing the sounds of chanting, and you're kind of also feeling it within your bones. The words are hard to make out, however, you know what they mean. And a sense of dread is just washing over you. Whatever was keeping you calm before is no longer keeping you calm. And you're fighting against the blindfold that is over your eyes. You can kind of see shapes beyond it, like the faint outlines, but otherwise, you can't break free. The rest of you see the normally unflappable Sorcery grow stiff as a board.
So since I am being trapped, could I attempt a blink strike away from my immediate vicinity?
Sure. You can try.
So it basically teleport 10 feet in whichever direction, kind of blindly 10 feet from wherever I'm at. A natural 9. So
I'm going to go ahead and roll a sanity check based on what you have just encountered as well. Good news is you got an 86, so your sanity does not drop down further. You do manage to teleport away from the cart. The sensation of the ropes around your ankles and your wrists still remain. The rest of you suddenly see Sorcery teleport and then appear somewhere else, 10 feet away.
Sorcery?
other side of cart. There we go.
You do hear them this time, Sorcery. Though your heart is racing and you're not used to that sensation anymore.
Marco.
Hello?
Marco.
Polo? Sorry, I can see you.
I can't see you, Marco.
Do you want me to come get you?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna touch your hand right now, okay?
Okay.
As you feel Cinnamon touch your hand, the blindfold that you were wearing fades away. You still feel the lingering sensation of ropes on your arm and your legs, though you can move them and you can clearly see nothing is tethered to you. It just feels like it was just either a bad memory or a bad nightmare or both.
Hi, Cinnamon.
Hi. Are you okay?
No, I will be, but no.
I understand.
So, no one lost their vision and suddenly transported into a dungeon and tied up.
Just you.
Nope. Just me. Yay. So before my little trip someplace else, the boots were in a balloon once.
Okay.
There's remnants of a balloon. So no
Sweet
one saw
stuff.
any ropes around my wrist or ankles or anything?
No ropes.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
Obviously, this place is playing with their heads, so feel free to check in with other members of your party to see if what you're seeing is real.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cinnamon for putting me in plant jail.
Anytime.
Only at Trefoil Academy.
Why you're assistant head of house.
Well, do we want to see if we can pack up these boots to have for ammo later?
Okay, so we have the balloons. The shoes are in the balloons. But if you pop the balloons, it attracts the clown, which will drag you away forever. If you don't have magical powers, so I'm thinking that maybe we could take this clown. This
You
is
wanna
just a
bait-
boy. He can't take the clown.
You want to bait
Us?
the clown?
I think we could take the clown.
I said bait.
Bait?
No, not with the kid, as in pop a balloon and bring the clown here.
Larry's eyes are getting really big as you're talking about bait, and he's kind of
No, not you.
You're fine. Eat crackers.
he takes the crackers and happily eats them.
Hear me out. What if we
Okay.
just set this whole place on fire?
A very Phoenix tier solution.
Or if we pop the balloons, then he'll have nothing left to guard.
He's guarding the balloons?
He doesn't like it when we pop them. He gets really mad. His eyes get big.
His name is Bubbles. I sense he had trauma.
Hmm.
So
He doesn't like the balloons when they're popped. He
Well-
screams. I don't understand him when he screams. He kind of sounds like.
Oh no.
accurate portrayal of someone older.
If he's guarding the balloons, I think we should destroy as many balloons as possible.
Okay, well, it seems like it'd be really doable since all or a lot of them are just lined up at the entrance.
Yeah.
And there's more also throughout the carnival. I can show you where they are.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
maybe we should collect them and just bring all of them back to where the other ones are.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also attract him if we touch the balloons, Larry.
Mm-mm. No, only when you pop them.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I agree.
It is.
Let's collect them.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we're gonna go back and collect the balloons that were at the entrance.
Or
I
should
think-
we leave the ones at the entrance since we
Okay.
know they're there, gather in and go back?
Fair enough. Alrighty.
Okay, Larry, show us some.
Mhm. Sorry, you broke up.
Oh, Larry, why don't you go ahead and show us some balloons?
Okay, I'll show you where the balloons are.
What's that?
That's Larry's token.
Okay.
It's all I could easily grab real fast.
And a little worse for wear.
I need to zoom in. Oh yeah. Zooming back out. That's unpleasant.
Okay. So, Larry goes ahead and
Did we ever pick up the
proceeds
shoes?
Oh no.
Can
Wait,
I,
do you want to grab the shoes?
yeah, swipe
Okay.
the shoes? Do I need to roll for grabbing the shoes underneath the cart?
you can go ahead and grab them.
All right.
So sorry, do you have a pack to put them in, or you need to put them in my pack?
I have a drop down leg pouch, so
Okay.
I could theoretically stuff one shoe in, and I'm just holding a shoe.
Well, why don't do you want to keep that shoe, or do you want to distribute the shoe amongst the party?
Yes, I'll keep a shoe. Who
Okay.
wants the other?
Cinnamon, do you want the other one?
Sure.
I was gonna say I'll try and field defense for you guys,
Okay,
and if we get enough shoes, then we'll start spreading them around.
sounds good.
So hey Larry, have you tried? Well, no, you've got your shoes, so you haven't tried that. Moving on.
Well, and some of the shoes are, as a heads up, you have to kind of earn them. There's some games I haven't been able to earn them.
You earn
Or
game.
the balloon, or earn balloons. They're in the prize case, and I can't break into it.
There's shoes in the prize case.
There it is.
I wouldn't go too far. I would just like to kind of look at the path ahead of us that Larry's leading us down.
Okay, roll for insight
All of us, or just Cinnamon?
or alertness, not insight. My apologies.
All of us.
Required with. Who wants to look ahead?
Uh, 24. 24 for me.
Okay. So you're looking at is that Larry- even though he's talking about pavilion is about 300 yards away.
Oh no, Bubbles took it. Our GM.
We win all the games. Let's go.
Hello, I'm back. Sorry, Bubbles tried me out.
Do you still have your shoes?
I still have my shoes.
Good.
Recall is initially when you looked at the area that the games are more towards the west, yet Larry seems to be leading you towards the north, which is where the entertainment is and various other types of things. But, he's talking about games and such. You see a series of for pavilions up ahead. The biggest one is a red and white. So
Sorry, I see a series of pavilions ahead. The biggest one, what?
is a red and white striped pavilion that's about 300 yards away. And it's the type that you normally would see with a 3-ring circus.
So we want to keep following Larry to the next set of balloons.
Yeah.
So Larry goes, okay, well, before we go towards any of the games, let me show you where there's a couple over here. This is the food court. And he leads you over towards the center of the food court, past a empty stage and over to this pavilion right here. And so you're standing underneath a large pavilion and you see a large wooden table full of pies. And you see pies of all types. And Izzy, roll a sanity check.
Dang it. 51. I'm safe.
So you're looking at the pies, and it looks like whoever put them out decided to even decorate them with all their own little individual bandanas, and it's adorable. There's red ones and yellow ones and green ones and blue ones. Larry just looks at you all and goes, the cake's a lie, and so is the pie.
I trust you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat the pies.
It's just feels bad.
You never eat the pie. The cotton candy's fine. Just don't give so much cotton candy to Rachel, or she starts trying to climb things, and that's how she broke her leg.
Yeah, no cotton candy for Rachel. Have you seen someone try to eat the pie?
Yeah, they turned into a pie.
Are any of these pies formerly people?
I don't know. There were some pies here when I first came here, and then more pies got added.
I think
More pies get put out every night.
More get put out every night.
But we're gonna need to go check out the oven in the kitchen area
Why?
because there might be a balloon in there. That was one area that I tried to check, and last time I did, Bubbles chased me away.
Okay, where are the balloons that you know that they are?
Oh, okay. Let's go to the, well, are you sure?
think we should check while we're here.
Well, I was
just
gonna
so we don't
ask,
have
do you guys
double
want to check while we're still here so we don't have to double back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for alertness.
Natural 20.
That one.
I
Okay,
see
as we
things.
address the natural 20, we'll let the suggestions go to the group for about the nat 1.
So with my nat 1, it's 8. But yeah.
Okay, so with the nat 20, you go ahead and you notice that hidden underneath the grill, basically by underneath the pilot lights for each of the oven, there isn't actually flame, but these small red balloons that contain different shoes. So you see a pair of sandals in one, you see a pair of flip-flops in the other, and you see a pair of Crocs, and it has a little kind of button attached to inside the Croc, and inside it says Dragon Rules. For everyone else, or for Sorcery, those pies look mighty tasty.
Ooh, it's been a long time since I had a pie.
Sorry, that does not matter right now.
You don't need to eat.
Can you even eat?
I get paid in food sometimes.
No pie.
Yeah, not right now.
But the pie looks so tempting. It smells delicious.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I had a good mincemeat pie.
Okay, then how about after this whole ordeal is over, you can come to my place and I'll make you one, and I promise it will be better than whatever is going on here.
Is it gonna be a cinnamon pie?
If that's what you want.
That's a loaded question.
Every pie that I make is going to be a cinnamon pie, so sorry.
Fair enough. A cinnamon pie made of cinnamon.
Really good.
I'm gonna need more tea before this is over.
I would like to try to retrieve the balloons from the oven. Also, hey guys, there's balloons in the oven. Don't look too closely though. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
I have a decently high thing for tinkering.
Okay.
Do we need to deconstruct the whole oven?
Well, when you try to open the door to get to the pilot light, it decides it's going to be uncharacteristically stubborn. It appears to be locked.
It sounds like revenge.
Okay. Is anyone good at picking locks?
Well, I'm going to attempt a magical open lock. It depends on how basic this lock is, whether or not it'll work.
You can always try.
I'm going to try. Well, 3, so.
Well, you try to magically cast and you quickly realize the complexity of this lock definitely is not basic.
Okay, so as we examine the lock, what can we see about the lock?
You'll definitely need some kind of pair of lock picks to break through, or you can try to brute force it.
I have a
Does anybody have
multi-tool.
lock picks?
I do not.
I have a multi-tool, but I don't have lock picks on my multi-tool.
Well, I can create items, so I can create you some lock pits.
Okay. So who's good at picking locks?
You're going to want a high tinker score for this.
I have a 7 in tinker.
I'm a 4.
5.
5.
Sasori wins.
Sorry, wins.
Good thing we didn't let you eat those pies.
You know, we always can walk right past them.
No pie.
Oh. All right. So I have a 3 plus my 7 equals a 10.
Okay. You managed to go ahead and you're creating your lockpicks
Yes.
first, because you first got to make them. Okay.
Yes. Create.
You successfully make a pair of locks. While they won't survive more than one usage, you think you can at least get the lockpick to open up the oven and be able to access the pile.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll 1d20 plus your tinker's score to see if you actually manage to pick the lock successfully.
Ooh, a 2 plus my 7 is a 9.
All of you hear a very distinct crack as the lockpicks snap in half inside of the lock. The only
Alrighty.
option now is to brute force it.
Well, we could always. Oh, so the lockpick broke in the lock.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Let's see here.
I have a 10 in strength.
Well, I have a
Nice.
7, but also, has anybody got a blunt? I'm gonna conjure a mallet. Or I'm gonna create item and I'm creating a mallet. Better yet, yeah, a mallet. will work.
Okay. Roll a 1d20 as
All
the
right.
party creates its own carnival games.
Whack-a-lock.
Exactly.
All right, so I rolled a 13 naturally.
Okay. You successfully create your mallet.
Okay,
Now to brute force it, you're gonna need a 1d20 plus strength.
I am giving that to Sasori to
Okay.
crush the lock.
All right. I
Sorry,
take the
channel your inner hole.
mallet from East. And I got a natural 3 plus my 10 is a 13.
Okay. Go ahead and you bring it back and you bring your arms forward and you smash it against the lock. And as you do, you go ahead, you hear, "Ooh," and the lock pops. You are now able to access the 3 balloons inside.
Excellent.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens when we take the balloons.
Okay. Who takes the balloons?
Are we able to make decoy balloons and do a switcheroo?
You can
We
create
can.
them.
All right.
Just remember where you checked.
Just remember where we checked.
Mhm.
All right. So I also have a notebook and pen that I can write down each location that we've been to.
Nice.
So Sasori, if you would like to create some decoy balloons, I will create a new lock to put back on there so it doesn't appear like it's been smashed with a large mallet.
Sounds good. So just a natural 20 or for a creation.
Mhm. Yep.
One for all 3 balloons or one roll for each balloon?
We're going to do one for all 3.
One for all 3. 16.
Okay. You successfully managed to create replications of all 3 red balloons and even managed to get them back into the location without popping them.
Excellent.
And detailing was so well done, you even included fake shoes inside each of the balloons.
Nice job, story.
Why, thank you.
Where?
Well, I rolled a 2 on creating the lock.
Well, it kind of reminds you of the medical paperwork when you first received it. Very messy.
Big mess.
appearance.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess you could call it a lock in the sense that there's something hidden within, but you're not sure what.
Can anybody create illusions?
Wow.
I
I've got
have
some-
illusionary sound.
I've got some zip
Hey,
ties.
yeah, sounds like a lock. That'll work. Well, I guess we're just gonna hope he doesn't notice.
I do have zip ties I could put on it.
Oh, the biggest thing I was thinking is just so that if he happened by, he wouldn't glance at it and realize it's been meddled with. But considering the ball of metal that's currently on there, we'll just have to hope for the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
3 balloons down.
So as you go ahead, Sorry, you walk by the very tempting pies.
No pies.
Mm.
It's amazing.
Keep walking.
Um,
Keep walking, Sasori. No pie.
Larry proceeds to lead the way towards the large tent. Rather than go around, he decides he's just going to jump over the fence. And then he glances behind just to make sure that you're following him.
Okay.
And
You.
he proceeds to take you all into the tent. Let me gather everyone up. And let's go ahead and move this to this map.
Can I peek in before we just continue walking straight into the tent?
Sure. You peek into the tent and you notice that it looks like it's a traditional 3-ring circus tent with 3 raised daises. There is even a tightrope rope inside, and also roll me a sanity check.
Everyone or just Cinnamon?
Just Cinnamon.
Gosh. I fail it again.
Okay. You see something that just compels you to step inside.
All right.
So let me go ahead and move the map over and paste you all in. Okay. In the center of the 3-ring circus, right over in here, you go ahead and here we go. Notice that the floor in the center aisle is writhing and pulsing and gurgling and breathing. And dominating in the dais itself is a large tentacle mass. And it's reaching out and it's pulling in. You hear screams coming from the rafters all around you, but you can't even remove your eyes from it. You see a large mass of tentacles reach over, grab someone from the benches where before you had initially didn't see anyone, but apparently there was someone there because they're now caught in the tentacles. And it goes ahead and just pops one of the arms of the screaming woman that it's captured and then shoves its dislocated tentacle into the socket of where the arm used to be, as if it's trying to put on a glove. But where your eyes really can't look away is around the writhing mass, the center of it. It's wearing a gold locket. Roll for alertness. Cinnamon.
25.
You notice the locket has a small pressed lavender flower inside it, and it looks very, very familiar. It's identical to the one that your sister wore before she was kidnapped.
And that's the tentacle or the
The
person?
tentacle mass. The rest of you see this. You see a mass writhing around, and at the end of each of its tentacles is a series of balloons. So, end of each tentacle, you have a balloon and a pair of shoes. And you hear in your head, well, East, you hear, my nephew was only an apprentice. He misdrew the runes. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Izzy, you hear, I was only 222 steps away from home. That's all. But we went deeper, didn't we? We just had to go deeper. So sorry, you hear, I dare not look into the mirror. What face will look back? And all of you, it sounds like the voice is coming from someone else, but it's in your mind. Those thoughts are not yours. And you see Cinnamon is having a very hard time at the moment as well.
Cinnamon, are you okay?
I don't understand.
What's wrong?
That thing. It's wearing my sister's locket.
I don't see any locket.
It isn't.
No, it is. It's wearing it. Just look closer.
Cinnamon, it's messing with your mind again.
What do you guys see?
Just tentacles with balloons.
There's tentacles with balloons, and the voice just keeps saying it. The voice just keeps talking about their nephew apprentice.
That's not what I heard. I heard something about being 200 steps away from home, but I did hear a voice in my mind.
Mine is saying stuff about a mirror and not knowing what face will appear. So good to know we're not all hearing the same thing.
It's not real. It's messing with us.
Yeah, putting those together, I can't make any sense out of that. They don't seem to be related.
East, you hear, are you from the wedding? Did your roof falter too? I can't find my shoes.
Can you
Izzy?
repeat that? Sorry.
Are you from the wedding? Did your runes falter too? I can't find my shoes. Izzy, you hear, broken people, broken faces. I keep piecing them together, but they don't stop screaming. Why don't they stop screaming? So sorry, you hear, the farm people bring me the ones they don't want. Cinnamon, you hear, why did you forget me, sister?
It's talking to me again like it's my sister.
It's not your sister, I promise. I'm hearing something about a wedding and runes and shoes again.
I don't recognize it. It's targeting you specifically for some reason, but it sounds like maybe there's a lot of different voices in here.
I don't know
Oh.
that is worth it.
I'd like to cast Dispel Magic against the tentacle mass.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
All right. 15 is the raw score. Plus
Okay.
Is it plus anything?
No, just 15 is raw score. So you go ahead and you cast Dispel Magic. In the moment you do, all the tentacles dissipate. All of you hear a faint fling as a gold locket hits the ground.
Hmm.
And all the balloons rise up 20 feet off the ground.
Oh, crud. Well,
Do we all hear the locket?
Yep, you all hear the locket as it hits the ground.
do we see the locket?
You do see the locket.
Okay,
Is that the
Cinnamon,
locket? Is that the locket you were talking about, Cinnamon?
Is it the locket I was talking about?
It was a locket the creature was wearing.
Yeah, that was what I saw on it.
is the locket able to open? Like, would you know what's inside the locket of your sister?
Yeah, I would know. I don't know if I want to touch it. It really freaks me out.
You don't
Larry
know.
goes over, starts to head towards the center stage.
Larry, what you doing?
And it's the prize.
It's a no prize.
That's a messed up prize.
You don't want it? It's pretty. If you don't want it, I know someone else who wants it.
Who else
She
would
would
want
want
it?
you to have it.
Who else would want it?
Plenty of people. But I think she would want you to have it.
Who is she?
Your sister, Elaine.
You know my sister?
Only briefly.
When did you meet her sister?
I don't know.
Where did you meet her sister?
Here.
That's not possible.
She came until Bubbles took her away.
Okay, well, will someone else grab the locket and I can look at it?
I can get it.
And
I can get it.
Hey, Larry, why don't we let Izzy get it?
Okay.
Just because in that case, if something happens, we can help Izzy, and Izzy can help herself.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know
attempt
how
to
we're gonna
retrieve
get the
locket.
balloon. Okay. You retrieve the locket. You pick it up. Nothing happens. It is a gold locket in your hands.
Cinnamon, do you want me to hang on to this?
You can put it in my bag.
Okay, I put it in your bag.
and for the balloons, I have Breeze to, make an airflow for them to come further down so we can grab them.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for that.
19.
You successfully conjure a breeze and cause all the balloons to lower down. There is over 15 balloons there.
Okay.
So, guys, what we might could do is if we can set all these balloons down together, I can cast 100 bolts at them, get them all in one shot, and we can watch what happens from over there.
Fair. Do the balloons have tails?
They have little strings that go off of them, but they're not tethered to anything.
Okay, so
Each take 3. Or
you tie them together. Is there a rock somewhere?
Do we want to bring all these balloons back with the other balloons?
Yeah, then we could get all of them.
And there's only a few more left.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's only a few more left, let's take these and take the others and go back and do them all at once.
Okay. So we're going to have to go to the fortune teller.
Oh, I figured that was going to happen at some point. Okay.
Okay.
Take us to the fortune teller. Does she like cookies?
I don't know.
All right.
Larry, very, very disturbed.
I mean, she's a fortune teller. I assumed that, she'd like some cookies. Fortune.
I also have a deck of cards I can barter with. You know.
So Larry leads you out of the three-ring pavilion and leads you down one of the side streets over to a covered wagon.
Oh gosh.
And
Oh,
inside,
that's perfectly innocent looking.
yes, perfectly innocent fortune teller and a perfectly innocent carnival. And the fortune teller is one of the old style fortune teller games where you would have to insert a coin in, and then the animatronic inside the booth would proceed to tell you your fortune.
Ah.
Anyone got the balloons on them?
I can carry the balloons.
Has anybody got any coins on them?
Oh, I heard balloons for some reason.
Oh, she said balloons, but I think both are important.
Yeah. The balloons has
Balloons.
Yeah, I don't have any money. I mean, I do have money. I don't have money on me.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna try and create a coin.
Okay.
What kind of coin does it take?
It looks like it takes an American quarter.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to create item to create a quarter.
Okay.
13. Nope, wait. Sorry, it's dark in here. 15.
Okay. So you managed to go ahead and conjure a quarter. And it looks like it's going to fit into the slot.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna put the quarter in the machine.
Okay, so you're going to be the one to interact with it then.
Oh, sure. Unless somebody else wants to do the honors.
I have the balloons, but I'm willing to trade.
It's okay. I'll get it because there's no evil cackling happening.
Yeah.
You
No.
can't hear that in
You're
character.
attempting?
So I put the quarter in the machine.
The machine begins to move disjointedly as if it is badly in need of WD-40. Its its eyes lids slowly roll upwards, and it's a little delayed reaction as the rest of the eyeballs then roll up as well. And it looks over at you. You do not realize that they are all around you. You can hear them, but you cannot see them. You will never see them, but they will follow you forever and ever and ever. And when you turn around to look at them, they will no longer be there, but simply waiting for you to turn your back.
East has a paparazzi.
And its head then goes down and the eyes close.
So you say this thing, so Larry, you say this thing always tells the truth?
It comes true.
Fantastic.
But wait, where's the balloon?
That's my next question. Where's the balloon, kid?
It only sometimes shows up.
How do
So
we
does-
win fortune telling?
So sometimes
Yeah,
you'll do it and it just tells a fortune, and then sometimes it gives you a balloon.
Sometimes it shows the balloon.
It shows the balloon.
Yeah, the
You
balloon's
could
in the
volunteer
case.
more details before we go into each of these things. You know that, right?
Okay.
Well, do we want to try again?
I haven't been able to break into the case.
So when
Well,
the balloon's inside the case when it
Mhm.
appears.
No, the balloon's still in there. It's underneath in the back under the cape.
So I didn't need to put the quarter in, is what you're telling me.
No,
Again, volunteering this information is helpful.
it's
Okay.
more fun this way.
So do we just shatter the case?
New facet,
we're-
Larry.
So is there a lock on the case? examine the case.
Okay. You notice the case is locked.
Okay. And is it like a key lock on a display cabinet? Is it padlock? What kind of lock is it?
It's one of the styles of the key locks, the kind that you need lock picks for.
Yeah. I say we just smash the lock.
Are there any like Phillips head screws that I can unscrew with my multi-tool?
Yes, there are. In the corners of the case, you'll have to take down the entire case, but you could unscrew it.
Oh, I've got a Phillips head too, so we can work at it together.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So
We're working on the case. Unscrewing the screws.
East, roll alertness.
13.
You feel a hand brush against your back.
Not now, Larry.
I'm over here. And he's standing by Cinnamon.
I look over my shoulder.
No one's there.
Fantastic. Guys, does anybody see anybody touching my shoulder?
No.
well,
Oh,
Great. I'm gonna keep unscrewing my screw here.
You feel someone touch the back of your back again and giggle.
All right, keeping on unscrewing my screw.
10 at 7 East, don't look back. You were never alone.
I got my peoples at my back. I'm unscrewing my screw.
And as you're unscrewing, you feel your baseball cap start to move sideways. Someone's tugging it.
Can I go stand directly behind East, like back to back with East?
Sure. You stand back to East. East, your baseball cap is still moving.
Oh no. Can I hold the baseball cap on East's head?
You go ahead and you hold it. There's a little bit moment of resistance, but then it stops.
Just
Thank you,
keep
Cinnamon.
screwing.
Still unscrewing. Thanks, Cinnamon.
Okay. You manage to go ahead, finish unscrewing it. You pop open the case and you see the balloon.
I'm gonna reach in and take the balloon.
Okay. You reach in and you take the balloon.
All right. Izzy, are you the balloon holder?
I can be.
Okay.
yeah, because
Well,
I have like 17 at this point. Or
Oh,
you like
18.
18.
Yeah, I have 18 at this point.
Would you like 19?
No, I'm glad to let someone else come in.
Share the burden. Okay, I have one balloon.
sorry. I thought Izzy had the balloons. My bad.
Okay. So you gather all the balloons. Now, what are you all doing?
Go back to the beginning with
Well,
the other
Larry, is that all the balloons?
I think so.
Alrighty. So I guess we're gonna take all the balloons back to the beginning with those last balloons.
Okay. So you all proceed to head back towards the center of the carnival. Back to the entrance that had all the balloons. And as you're walking, East, your baseball cap starts to, and you hear the sounds of giggling as it follows you.
We're still walking.
And you proceed, Larry kind of starts to skip slightly as he makes his way over to where all the balloons are by the entrance.
Is Larry in front of us or behind us?
He is kind of moving all around. He's fading in and out a little bit.
Fantastic. We're avoiding the grabby yarrow tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I cast tracking vision again? Yep. Okay. Oh. I rolled
Sorry, what did you roll?
an 8.
You try to cast a spell, but it fizzles.
So I'll cast tracking vision. And I have an 8.
You try to cast a spell, but it fizzles.
All right. How about clear sight?
Sure, go ahead.
18.
You cast clear sight, and you see all the balloons with the shoes. You go ahead, you see Cinnamon and Izzy and East. You don't see Larry though.
Oh,
I gave you my crackers.
hey Larry, where are you?
Oh, I'm over here.
Excellent. You still have your bumblebees with you?
He happily shows them to you. We're gonna want to make sure we're nowhere nearby when popping balloons.
We can arrange that. That's all right. So, hey, Larry, hold my hand.
Larry comes over and takes your hand.
Is it warm or cold?
It's warm.
Putting a hand over his pulse. Feel the pulse.
No pulse.
All righty then.
Take the balloons and tie them up with the rest of them.
Okay.
All righty. So I've got 100 bolts. We can be 50 feet away. And it'll get everything within 10 feet.
Exit.
You'll have to cast it twice in rapid succession to be able to take them all out at once.
Okay.
That, unless someone else has another area effect spell.
I've got
have
Petal Storm, which is area of effect.
that and Arctic Blast and Nightblade Storm.
I have flame gout, but that's
No, you can all cast.
Yeah.
I
So
say we
once.
all cast at the same
Assurance.
time.
Sounds like a good idea.
Hey,
Because I'm actually slightly curious to see what happens when Arctic Blast, fire, electricity, and nature all come together.
all the elements combined. Captain Mischief managed.
All right. Are we 50 feet from the target?
Believe so.
Larry hurries over to where you all are and proceeds to even back up way further.
All right. Yeah.
okay. Mine's only 25 feet range.
Yeah, I'm at 50 feet now.
Okay. So
I
you
think
guys are
25.
50 feet. I'm gonna go up with Cinnamon just to give her some shielding. Do you have any personal shielding, Cinnamon?
I have Ring of Fire that I can cast around us
Yeah.
as we
I'll hang out up here with Cinnamon just in case she needs some shield, and then you guys hang out back there. That work?
Sounds good. Oh wait, Cinnamon, you're also 25 feet?
yeah.
Oh, so sorry, you're 25 feet.
yeah, I'm 25 feet. Oh.
Come on over here, stand on my other side. All right.
Ready?
All righty. We all ready?
Yep.
All right, Larry, you want to count?
Okay.
Down, down from 3.
Oh, 4.
Okay, down
3.
from
2.5. 1.
Woo!
Last.
Uh-oh.
Glacius.
Uh-oh.
8.
Okay. Um, Cinnamon, you're successful. Izzy, what spell were you casting, my friend?
Well, I was casting Petal Storm, which is 1d20 nature damage to all within 10 feet of a target spot up to 50 feet from caster. Targets must roll a 10 plus or be blinded for the next 2 rounds.
Okay, so everyone, if you are within 10 feet of Izzy, is there anyone within 10 feet of Izzy?
I
There's
think
one.
it's just Larry.
Larry is.
Larry's not living right now, so we're okay.
So Izzy, you take 4 points of damage, and what's the effect for blinded? What do you have to roll?
Where is it? 10 plus.
Okay, go ahead and roll a 10. See if you break a 10 plus to see if you're blinded, because you did take 4 points of damage from the
Oh.
spell.
Oh,
I got another nat 1.
Izzy, I give you the gift of no sight.
Okay.
You are so eager to be with nature that petals swarm all around your face. And all you see is a delightful mirage of petals.
Guys, I didn't do it right.
well, let's see how our other 3 spells affected the balloons.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see, what else do we have? We had Cinnamon with an 18.
Yes.
Roll for damage.
Okay. 17.
Okay, you managed to pop a huge series of balloons. Over 3/4 of the balloons get popped by your spell alone. So sorry, you attempted to cast. Unfortunately, your spell kind of fizzled in distraction when you went ahead and you heard Izzy yelp in surprise.
Flurry, that only goes
Okay.
halfway.
And East, you go ahead and you cast your spell. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, so I got a 20, and damage is 6.
1d or 6. Okay.
No, 16.
Okay. You can go ahead and pop the rest of these spells. Or sorry, the rest of the balloons.
Okay.
The moment that you all proceed to go ahead and pop them, you hear a laughter erupt out of Larry.
Fantastic.
Oh.
It starts off small and then it gets louder, and it starts off and turns into full belly laughter.
Now we have
And
to
he-
kill Larry.
Well, before you even do that, you go ahead and see a clown emerge out from underneath the ground.
That's a big clown.
And you see him emerge, and he looks over at Larry and he goes, I told you to leave all those innocent people alone. Told you to let them, they needed to wake up. Larry looks at him gleefully and goes, but now I will have all my friends in the dream world. They can all stay here with me forever and ever. They don't have to wake up anymore. Who wants to wake up to have to go to work? Who wants to wake up to have to go to school? They get to stay with me forever and ever and ever, and I will never be alone again.
No.
I think we messed up somewhere.
Bubbles looks over at you four and goes, "You're not taking them either." And he proceeds to immediately, from his hands, cast out rope at all four of you. Do you resist?
I resist.
Roll for insight.
Yeah.
Roll for insight. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Or for Izzy, it's hear sight.
I rolled a
Oh
natural
yeah, I
one.
can't see anything.
We'll come back to you, Cinnamon. So East and Sorry. From based on the snippet of
Oh, sorry, I
the-
didn't have my I'm not sure it'll help much, but I can't see my paper. It's dark in here. 7.
So for East and Sorry, what you've known from that last conversation, something has happened to cast you all into the dream world. You are actually not in the land of the living, which is actually why, Sorry, you're alive. Part of you regrets what happened to cause you to end up in your current state. You are all trapped in the dream world. And that is why you have occasionally encountered nightmares, and things have not always been what they seem. And things would defy logic. The balloons were individuals who were spending a little time in the dream world. That way they can maneuver around. And when you're dreaming, everything is like you're trapped inside a bubble. When you pop those, you drop the shoes that they were traveling around in the dream world into the ground with no way of letting them escape. All those people have no way of being woken up. What Bubbles the Clown is trying to do is make sure you don't get trapped either.
Uh-oh.
Easy, you get to
I already said I
stay.
resist, so I assume I have to stick to that.
Yep.
I'm grabbing the rope. Well, actually, first, before I do that,
Mhm.
Bubbles, is there any way to make new balloons for the shoes?
We would have to try to round them up, but right now we need to get you out of here. It's just, he's keeping his gaze fully focused on Larry. It's you all need to wake up now.
So, guys, just so you know, in case you were having any doubts, Larry doesn't have a pulse.
Makes sense to me.
I'm grabbing the rope.
Can I blink strike to Izzy and then grab a rope?
Well, the only problem is you don't know Izzy's refusing to grab the rope. This
Fair.
is all happening simultaneously.
I was gonna say if I had
Oh.
heard this, I would have grabbed the rope, but I assume if this is just like my instantaneous reaction, that's already what I said.
Yep.
Okay.
Because Izzy, we're gonna do a resistance roll. You're gonna want to
Strength,
roll.
I'm very weak.
Actually, it's reflex.
Well, it's not much better.
Okay. Cinnamon, what are you doing?
I'd like to grab the rope, but I don't. I
Okay.
also rolled a nat 1, so I'm waiting to hear what.
Yes, why not one?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go ahead and you proceed to try to grab the rope, but unfortunately the rope fumbles and hits the ground. And I'm going to give you a chance to roll a reflex to see if you can grab it ahead. You're going to need to beat a 15 or you're stuck in the dream world.
Got it.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, 14. So close. So, Cinnamon, you dive for the rope itself, and it just gets underneath your fingers as it goes away. Izzy, roll to resist.
Well, that's a 24 to resist after my 2 natural ones in a row.
So your only hope is if I roll on that 20. I rolled a 19.
You and me both, Izzy.
So you go ahead, you try to dodge the rope, and it is a very nimble dodge as you dance out of the way. And the rope dissipates as Bubbles transports East and Sorcery to safety, leaving behind Izzy and Cinnamon. Larry looks at you both and goes, "Oh, we will become the best of friends."
Whatever you say, Larry.
And he smiles. And as he smiles, his face turns into, for you, Cinnamon, your brother. And for you, Izzy, it's a cultist.
Oh.
And thus concludes our game.
I do
So-
love our ability to like do mass amount of damage all with one strike.
So
Very
I just want
sad.
to say thank you to East, Cinnamon, Izzy, and Sorcery for coming out and playing. Thank you to our wonderful folks who are watching this live stream and for your contributions. And for those who are watching this in the future, if you enjoyed today's video, like and subscribe. We hope to bring you more one-shots. Take care. I'm going to end the live stream now.